Welcome to Ask and Learn.
This question says John Mendenhall seeks your advice on revising the existing bonus plan for division managers of the news reports group. Now, assume division managers do not like bearing risks, and Mendenhall is considering ideas which are making each division manager's compensation depend on the division VI, RI, and making each division manager's compensation depend on the company's wide RI, and using benchmarking and compensate my division managers on the basis of their division RI minus RII of the either division. Now, the first question wants us to evaluate the three ideas Meadow has put forth using the performance evaluation concept described in the chapter, and indicates the positive and negative features of each proposals. So we're going to start with that. So the return on investment is a measure of income divided by the dividend. So in essence, return on investment is income divided by investment. Now, the first question, the positive feature of the proposal. Now, managers are motivated. Managers are motivated, to increase the RI of divisional, since their income will increase according to the divisional RI. Now, in this plan, managers are motivated to increase the divisional RI because their income will increase with increases in divisional RI. So that's why they want the proposal, because their income will increase too. So that's a positive or feature of the proposal. So the adverse feature of proposal is that there are some factors like recession, that managers have no control over, and managers will have to put their extra effort to increase the divisional RI. But the uncontrollable factors like recession, have a direct effect on the divisional RI. So the negative one will be recession. And to compensate the additional effort of the managers, the company will pay extra incentive or reward to the manager. So therefore, we'll have to question whether the cost of the company justifies the additional effort put by the divisional managers. And also, rewarding a divisional manager or division RI will motivate the managers to take some decisions to increase the divisional RI. But it is not in the best interest of the company, or their decisions are not aligned with the goals of the company. So it has its positive features and the negative features. Now, moving on, a positive feature of the proposal with the managers will motivate to take, like, they're motivated to take decisions that are in the best interest of the company, rather than their decisions that maximize the division's RI. So they'll take decisions which are in the best interest of the company. And the negative feature will be that each divisional compensation of manager will not have to depend on his or her performance, but also the performance of other divisional managers. So therefore, the raise of the cost of compensating them on average, because the cost of compensating them will increase, because they will not have to depend on his or her performance, but also on the performance of other divisional managers. So the advice is that cost of compensation would be raised. Now, the next one, a positive feature of the proposal is that in this performance evaluation, it will cancel the effect of the common, the uncontrollable factors, and therefore to provide better information about the performance of a manager, because obviously the performance evaluation will tell you the performance of the manager. So to provide better performance of a manager. Now the adverse negative feature is that if the uncontrollable feature factors that are affecting the divisions are not common or they are not the same, then the RI of one division, you know, will compare with other divisions and it's not be comparable. Because if you compare the RI of one division to the other division, it's not be comparable. Now moving on to the next question, number 2. So the next question says Mendenhall is concerned that the pressure for short-run performance may cause managers to cut corners. What systems might Mendenhall introduce to avoid this problem, and explain briefly? So if he wants to introduce the system to avoid problems, he can introduce the boundary systems and the belief systems. So and the boundary system is like the minimum behavioral standards that the company set for their employees. That's what the boundary system. So it's like this behavioral standard that the company sets for the employees, or the standard of conduct that the employees agreed to, to uphold while they work with the company. So like there's some behaviors like certain companies require to work with them, and that's what the boundary standard system is. While the belief system is a method of control that articulates the norms of behaviors and core values of a company, like that envisions to managers inspiration or other employees to do their very level best. So this is like the norms of the company, the values of the company that they are told to do in order to do your very best. But these are like the standards of the company that everybody, all the employees must uphold while they're at work. So these are like systems that Mendenhall can introduce to avoid the problem of the pressure for short-term performance that may cause managers to cut corners. Now, the next question, Mendenhall is also concerned that the pressure of short-term performance might cause managers to ignore emerging um threats and opportunities. Now, what system might Mendenhall introduce to prevent this problem, and explain why? Now, minimizing the threats by using various interactive systems of interactive system of controls. So in this system of formal information, the managers practice to focus organization cares and learning on key areas of strategic issues. So in other words, the mental health not only asks for regular reports, but also like the ROI, and it should also meet the divisional managers in intervals and debate with them for their plans of strategies and obtain their field input. So the regular meetings will help to know the evolving threats, like the threats and opportunities that the company might face. Now, it also allows the company to for changes of development in the action. So, so it can mental health can ask for regular reports or meetings, interval meetings, and this helps to identify threats and opportunities that the company might have, and also allows the company for the changes or developments in the action plans. the changes and development, and the action plans. And that's the answer.